Choose you this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. It's Joshua Demers Productions with the off-grid hybrid Cordless Creations episode. I do a pocket PA DJ speaker demo with my Movo 2.4 gigahertz cordless microphone setup and so much more. Oh no, where's J and K today? Well, they are right there. Anyways, I don't know if you've noticed.
The audio is a lot different, hopefully as far superior than it was before.
But that makes us all notice just how noisy that refrigerator is.
And these fans are gonna be when it starts to get a little warmer.
And I'll have to start them back up. So anyway, that makes me realize that it is time to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while with the refrigerator, and that is put a switch in so I can shut it off for a little while I'm shooting videos and such and not have to wait for it to shut off. Anyways, especially now that it's getting closer to fall and winter, I won't need these fans on all the time to keep from breaking a sweat. And even with the fans running, I still break a sweat sometimes. It's so bad. I've had so much going on. I've actually got some projects finished. I haven't even been able to make video on it, which is my front door. I'll show you in a moment. But I've been saving so much money and making so much extra money that I've been able to go and find some real good deals at some yard sales. And some of these here, I'll show you. Okay, this wasn't a yard sale. This was a pawn shop for $45. I got an ammeter that can do DC. Unfortunately, it seems to be wonky. I tried to calibrate it and it's either about 2 to 4 amps off depending on the setting for AC, but the DC works. Or if I get it zeroed out on the AC, the DC can't reset it, make it work. But it did the job I needed it to do and made a little money. Anyway, I ended up picking up, like, no kidding, 5 or 6 of these things. This cord right here. And what else? Some other things. This right here, which I'll show you in a moment. Oh, this right here, I'm gonna start using this when I'm out shooting when I'm out shooting video and doing stuff. You know, I can keep all my audio equipment and stuff up in here as it's growing and gathering, as you can see. But anyway, I got that. And man, I must have got some other things too. I just can't remember what they are off the top of my head. But anyway, he only wanted like 3 or 4. Oh, breakers. That box full of, you can't really see it from here, but that box full of trays right there for me to start organizing all my screw bins and screws and stuff into bins. And some other things. Again, there's something else that I got that was pretty big and, you know, made the deal. Anyway, I gave him 15 bucks for it all. And same with these things here. I got these 2 remotes and all kinds of cables and stuff for I don't know, the fellow only wanted like $3 or $5. I gave him 10 for it. So you know, like I said, I've been finding all kinds of these interesting things. Anyway, the reason why that's relative is instead of running a switch and wires up and down the wall, that refrigerator pulls like what, 400 or 500 watts for half a second as it starts up, and then 80 watts while it's actually running, if even. Take one of the power strips, put it up on the wall, plug the refrigerator in, and get that done. Maybe by the time I get done with recording this video. All right, so real quick, this thing here I got because it looks like you can plug it into something and have it send the signal out like a TV or something. And Where's a little picture? There it is. See, it looks like this right here going on. And so I thought this would be pretty cool. So anyway, I plugged in, tried it out. Comes with some rechargeable batteries, and it's not quite what you think it is. What the deal is you plug the power in and it charges this, and you plug in audio, and when you plug this into here, it puts out the sound out through the headphones, and then this here, you can adjust the volume on, and it'll do. But when you unplug it from here, it doesn't send the audio from here. What it does is got a super sensitive microphone that seems to be tuned towards vocal frequencies, and it puts it out through the headphones really, 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 you know, up too loud if you need it to. You know, so it's good for you know, events where you can't hear well and stuff, I guess, or for the hard of hearing, I reckon, or for having a TV turned way down and being able to hear it across the room. You know, this was probably before Bluetooth technology and everything became real popular. It came with these right here, which I don't think actually came with the kit, but they're really loud and clear, and you know, they don't sound too terrible. But being an audiophile, you know, I do miss a little bit of super highs and super lows to make music. But they're great monitor headphones that work great with this next thing I'll show you. However, because I found a use for this for someone else, I'm going to go ahead and toss these in. My landlord and, you know, acquaintance, he hard of hearing. This thing here is supposed to have a strap around it that you can put around your neck, and he can put this in his pocket, clip it on, plug one of these in one of his ears, and be able to hear people better if he's having a hard time conversating. I think that's going to be a perfect use case for this. And these, of course, are just probably garbage, but I'll toss them in anyway just in case he wants to do something with them. So that's what I'm going to do with that. You know, like I said, I got those remotes and some other junk for a few dollars, and I gave him some extra money just because I, you know, don't mind helping these people on the side of the road that trying to make a little money, make a little extra. Anyway, so now we'll talk about the cordless mic I'm actually talking on now. Right over here, I have actually had to get two of these, in all honesty, but I'm loving the one I've got. This device here is pretty sweet. Comes with, I'm assuming it's a 3-pin microphone. This is a stereo device. I'm assuming though that that's a XLR balanced input for the mic, and then the line in is stereo. The receiving unit is pretty slick as well. It's got a mono stereo switch, and it outputs the USB, and it's got a USB, you know, the C adapter or whatever, or not C adapter, the A adapter, so you can plug it right into a laptop. And there's a monitor output. The monitor output is live feed to whatever this is putting out. Plus, you can listen to your USB-C output on your mobile device through this, or even, which really helps because my laptop has a burned up sound card, I can use this as an actual sound card. Plus, because the sound card's fried, I can use this as an input now to get back my visualizations on Winamp. So this right here is a big win. This one was defective though. This one does not transmit the left channel. However, you switch this to mono, still works good for mic, and it still works for the visualizations on Winamp. And so I got a full refund on it. Basically, it was free. I went ahead and purchased another one, so I will actually have a properly working one if it's not defective as well. And it was real nice. It came in this case to carry everything in. I like it so much, they've actually got another model of this right here that has one of these for a receiver, two of these for senders with a microphone of this, but the receiver is different from this. Instead, it puts out a microphone output that you can use a 4-pin on your mobile device, or it's got the 3-pin stereo out to run to like that. So basically, I'm gonna have, when that comes in, and I got that, it was about 35 bucks, and I think I ended up getting almost $10 off on it, so I went ahead and jumped on it. But with that, I can plug that right into here and have either a line input and a microphone, or two microphones. And I literally, in that little bag right there, I got myself a little portable PA setup right there. Or if I really want to, of course, I can use the USB-C on that, plug it into my spare phone or even this phone. And while it's powered, because the one downside to this little setup is this thing here isn't self-powered. It's powered off the whatever it's plugged into. So while it's plugged into a mobile device, unless you've got a way to, you know, split your USB-C into two, you can't plug in and power the phone at the same time. Okay, so this thing isn't self-powered, has to be plugged in to power it. So I thought, well, okay, I can plug this into a little power brick and plug in this to that. Nope, doesn't work. And that's one of the other reasons why I went ahead and got that other device, was so that I can charge and, you know, for longer term events. That plus this thing here also, you cannot mix the mic and line in. It's either one, or you plug the mic in and it turns the line off. With this dual one, like I said, I'll have two inputs, and if I really want to plug it into there, I can plug both of those into the line input on this and then use this to transmit over to the digital. While I'm at it, the monitor out on that could go to something like that, or to the headphones I'm wearing. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have two of these setups, one mono, one stereo, and I'm going to have the dual mic analog out set up as well when I get all done. And $45, 47 maybe after tax for all of this, because again, I just you know, got some good deals, jumped on them, had a little extra money to spend on it, and was willing to complain when something didn't work perfectly well, but still willing to make use out of it. All right, now let's move on to something else. Oh yeah, that's something else I picked up at that yard sale that I gave the fella $15 for, was this the one that I got the little vest on for, and the breakers and power strips and everything. Like I said, $15 feels like a steal when I show you what else I got. Anyway, I'm gonna go from this huge, I mean, it's got to weigh a good 10, 15 pounds, clunky, you know, little hard to set up, but it's actually, you know, very smooth and works great for motion, but it's not very portable and it's not very easy to use. Well, I got, where'd I put it? Oh, it's right behind me. This. Goodness gracious. It's not near as actively stable, but oh my goodness, it weighs like 2.5, 3 pounds. And it honestly, when it's fully extended, it still gets near 6 feet tall. You know, it still gets near eye level, which is really what I need, is a small, lightweight, thin thing to take, you know, better stills. And I can still do sweeping photos on this. It'll just be a little more, might just take a little more precision, and it may not be so perfect, but I like the little wobbly feet, sliding handle, bag hook, you know. Oh, and the other thing that this thing's superior at is this level. I wish this tripod has that level. It's so hard to get this thing, as you can probably tell from the sink going downhill right now. It's so hard to get this thing level. You have to kind of just do it by eyesight and adjust those hard to adjust stiff legs. It just, I mean, you know, probably half wore out or something. And plus, when you stop this one, see how it just kind of still wants to, oops, almost tip over, still wants to just kind of keep moving. It's just, yeah, this is going to be so much nicer, so much lighter. With a little strap on the back, I can probably strap it around my back and put the orange or yellow safety vest on my e-bike and ride this around on my e-bike almost as a regular thing to do for events now. Whereas this big, huge, heavy one is just not practical to take to events, and it's definitely not small enough to just fit right up against the frame on my e-bike, or to, you know, I'm hoping that this works right, but basically, you know, something like this, once I get it adjusted, I can put it, you know, across here or something. Plus now I've got an extra tripod to put another camera on if I want to take 2 different shots, or just simply move the camera from 2 different spots without having to move this tripod and reset it up each time. That actually might be might be a huge advantage. So you'll probably look over here and notice I've got a contact grill right there. Well, guess what that means? Yes, I'm actually kind of switching from propane to electric just a little tiny bit. Forgive that, I gotta. Oh, and same with the sunscreen. It's now just a routine. When I about to go work outside for more than an hour, before I even put my shirt on, I go ahead and lather up, get ready. Anyway, so the second part of this, or third part really, is that I'm going to be trying that out soon, seeing how that works on my off-grid hybrid. And I've already tried the microwave out with great success. So much so, I took one of those power strip I had before, and now an extra one, and wired it in so I can turn it on and off to save a couple of watts, so it's not sitting on standby when I don't need it. Oh, and I got that little table lamp right there, which is kind of neat. And now I guess we can go ahead and talk about sustainability on my off-grid hybrid. All right, well, today, as well as yesterday and the day before, because I just have been so busy, I haven't had chance to get caught up on my laundry, and I'm been almost constantly running out of clean clothes, so I've been kind of just almost washing them real time. So I've been having to keep an eye on my water tank, but it looks like it's in good shape because I just topped it off yesterday and haven't hardly used it. And it's time to go ahead and do the bedding laundry today. And when we get done, we'll hang it out to dry. I got plenty of energy coming in, so let's double check and make sure, and we'll start. Now, I haven't made any real progress on this actual countertop in a while, and there's a few reasons for that. The main reason is just it's still too thick. I still got to work on making it thinner so it fits the sinks, the way the sinks mount more proper. Plus the sink I'm going to be using is a little bit smaller and a little different shape, so I'm going to have to just redo it. But I did take the belt sander on it and hit this up when I was working on my other project you'll see here in a moment. But again, for sustainability, my hot water heater's down there. Not a drip or a drop since I got it to stop leaking. Same with moving my furnace and my stove. Everything got moved from way over there to way over here, and I've actually got the line running under the RV now and popping up over here before it splits off. And I leak check it every now and then, and there's no leaks, and the stove and the oven still works like brand new. One of these days I'll get a new coffee maker and try that on electrical and see how that's doing on the power supply too. I've got me some interesting little things going on over here. I've got a high power dual outlet C and A 60 watt charger right there. One of the cords is going over to my backup phone, the Samsung A12, which is being used as basically a full-time battery monitor for my off-grid hybrid. But I also take it with me to plug into the Bluetooth speaker to play music from, so I can carry my other phone around with me to use as a camera or just to play on the internet while people can listen to the other speaker. You know, and I'll be using it to record some remote audio too when I start having multiple microphone setups. The second outlet usually goes to the tablet, but it can also go to the AA and AAA battery charger or the Bluetooth earbuds. You know, of course, either cable can swap out, but that's a longer cable and it's a C to C, so it's a little more powerful. And then I've got me just a generic 3 amp little micro USB output to hook up to my little e-bike lights, power packs, stuff like that. And all those run off the DC, so I don't have transformers plugged in. And I got an extra one of those sitting over there, way up in that corner somewhere, where you see a little orange wire going, most likely is where it's at. You see I got another little DC fan over there, small DC fan over there, where I clip my phone to the window to get the best internet, which I might actually go get Cox internet this month. We'll see. Let me straighten my camera out. And this thing right here, I believe, will be the last thing I'm going to show you in this fashion before I get up on the tablet and do some screen capture. And we'll go through some of the awesome things I've got coming and some of the deals I've gotten. But this right here, I took a 1.5 sheets of plywood. I still got a 1.5 sheets left to do the back door. Cut it up and glued it into 3 layers, so it's 1.5 inches thick. With wood glue, bonded it together, put it several coats of primer after doing my best to, you know, fill in the holes and gaps and everything with some caulking. Then I ordered me some new RV door handles and some double cylinder deadbolts so that somebody can't just reach in and unlatch it and open either door. Now they have to have the key, or at least take those screws out, which I could probably find a way to put better screws in there that you can't back out. But I'm not that worried about it. Either way, it'll be an uncomfortable experience if you break in through a window, because you're not getting back out without the key very easily. So, and this is actually quite a bit of work. This is going to be a nice big long video, but look at this thing. How about that? Yes, sir. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you from the outside. Shut the door so J and K stay back there. And I'm going to open this one and head out and see what we have in store. There it is in all its glory. Yeah, it's time to do better with a tripod. All right, before we start the laundry, I like to double check. Oh good, I'm 56%. And I've actually got over 200 watts going into the batteries right now. And if I really wanted to, I could shut the computer off, get a couple extra, 30 extra watts or so. And it is 8:11, so that means that it's gonna be up on the positive swing now. So it is more than ready to do laundry, even though honestly, if it was a sunny day, even at 30%, I could start my laundry now if I really wanted to. But it could get a little risky. Anyway. All right, I'm gonna ditch the tripod. That big, heavy, huge, clunky thing is just too much right now in these little spots where I'm trying to get in. Anyways, if you notice, I've got 2 chargers now instead of just one, but I made a mistake and accidentally ordered the smaller one. So now I've got what'd be about a 410, 420 watt and about a 250 watt charger instead of 2 400 and something watts. However, I buy one more of those and I should be up to almost 1.25 kilowatts out of all 3 chargers running. And right now, you know, I'm up to what, about 650, 700, somewhere in there, which is still better than the 400 and change. And anyway, so what I do, if it's going to be a rainy day or I need to top off my batteries, I'll try to consolidate and find something like having to do the laundry or something else to do to use extra energy or watch the big TV. And when I'm ready, go outside and I start the generator up under that table. Then I come inside and I flip this switch off. Oh, goodness gracious, is it still recording? Yes. Okay. I flip this switch off and within about a half second to a second, flip that one on. And that instantly switches over. And if I do it quick enough, proper, it doesn't reset the stereo and everything else. It's like I never unplugged anything. Then to save a little extra wattage, since I'm trying to charge up, I go ahead and turn off the inverter. I've already got my cables hooked up to the batteries. I'll plug in the DC side, plug in the 2 AC cords, turn that fan on right there. And now all this is going to be running off the generator, mind you. Go ahead and turn off the big DC fans if I don't need them. And that's what that AC, sorry, goodness. Come on. And turn on that big AC fan off the generator to, again, try to save every little watt I can. And if I even want to, go ahead and turn the air conditioners on too. But then while the generator is running and the batteries are pumping in, then I go ahead and do something like laundry if I've got it to do, mind you. Or use the microwave or the contact grill. You know what I mean? Anything I can, or even, and I'll be working on getting a toaster oven as well. Anyways, so now we got all that straightened out. Let's go ahead and show you how we start the laundry. All right, first thing I do is it's a good idea to go ahead and fill it up a little, you know, if you want, but that's not the big thing. But you gotta take the power cord off. And I was smart. I went ahead and put me a little screw right over here. I don't know if you can see it in the can. Yeah, you can. So that it holds the cord out of the way for me. And then I run it around the wall over here and I put me an outlet in just for this GFCI, of course. Now this is the downside to using your internet camera, your internet phone as a modem and as a camera and as a phone, is I want to go use the internet while I sit and wait for that to go and do its thing, but I got to go put the phone back up over here and set it back up so it gets good reception. And then when I get, which means taking it out of its case, and then when I want to go use it again, I either got to put it in its case or take the risk, but then go move it all the way back over there. And then when I want to use the internet again, all the way back over there. I can't wait till I either get another camera or I get good internet or I get another phone to use as a modem. Alright, when it gets finished, switch over to drain. And then we let it drain out. You can go ahead and start pulling it out and slopping it over here, but it's pretty heavy and soaking wet and can get water everywhere and make this thing kind of tumble around while it gets started, which is hard on the motor and joint or suspension. So what I like to do is just go ahead and set that to drain and let it drain for a few minutes so that it's much more manageable. Unless I'm just in a gigantic hurry, sometimes I'll wring it out by hand, but that's I'm getting old. That's a lot of work. All right, timer's going off. That thing's finished. That thing just got topped off. And then take the shirts, hang them up, and the pants, use 2 hangers per pants. Spread them out, or if I'm not trying to get too much done, I'll just hang them right off the railing. But anyway, the important thing is though, is to go up in there, turn the fan on. Oh, and for what it's worth, I should have already done it, but didn't even think about it. Turn that fan on up there too in the ceiling. Oh, this is so much stuff. There it is, right there. Ah, much better. Oh, I'm getting so sick of these alarms while I'm trying to shoot this video. My goodness, but part of it's my fault. Anyways, I don't know if you saw the first video on this trailer, but I've got it going on. I stopped at changing out the trailer hitches. Well, you can see I got a 2-inch trailer hitch on there now. I got a wiring harness, and I got me some LED lights installed so that now if somebody slams into the back of me, and I got the tag on there too, but I need to get some lighting for that to finish it off. But anyway, The next thing I'm gonna do though, come back over here, take all these boards up, caulk all the little gaps and things, and paint it with that primer that I painted my door and over here by my air conditioner with, and basically just seal it up and try to make it, you know, real good and resistant. Same with my solar panel up there. I'm gonna probably eventually take one down at a time and paint it up and rebuild it. Although I really wouldn't mind using pressure treated wood on those in the long run. But they're still doing good. I still got those running down the hill here, up into here. Woo, careful. And you know, trying to do my best to keep the place organized and clean for what it's worth. Anyways, let's go inside and I'll show you all this stuff I've got coming, because I got some bad news. My Craftsman cordless weed eater finally failed, and my drill's probably on its way out too. So let's go look at some new tools. AJ and K, I'm gonna go shut off that alarm before I go crazy and start screaming and yelling and breaking things today. But I've just been so busy recently. I've just had so much to do, and I've got so much more to do. I've had yards, fixing the trailer, fixing my lawnmower, keeping this place running, keeping myself running, keeping the birds happy. Plus the next door neighbor, he's got that RV park with 14 RVs now, and I'm always getting calls, hey, I need this fixed, or hey, can you do this, hey, can you do that, or this and that. It's great though. I love the socialization and the appreciation, and I make some money. That's one of the reasons why I can go and buy all these other things here I'm about to show you. All right, J&K, let's get to the next step today. Aren't they just so adorable? I hope I get to keep KK. I hope KK can learn not to be so noisy. Here, KK, you want to talk for the microphone today? Hi guys, what are you doing? Tweet, tweet. KK, stop that. Stop it. Hi Jay. Hi Jay. What's Jaybird got to say today? Babber, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? Hi Jay. Hi Jay. Pretty bird. Say something, Mr. J. Say something, Mr. J. Say me up, Mr. J. Say something, Mr. J. Tweet, tweet. Oh, I'll set up a hidden mic over here and get some high quality capture then, now that I got some awesome little microphones and a digital receiver. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at what I've gotten this month. And we'll start with all right, as we finished out last month, we had those bearings and parts and tires for the trailer. This month, I went ahead and got my Kenda Quest tires, 100 PSI, a half-inch narrower than the ones I've got on my e-bike, changed out. I should probably show you that before I close this video out. But I got those installed, and I took the 65 PSI tires off of that, put it on the trailer to replace the wore out and failing 35 PSI tires that were on the trailer. So everything got a big upgrade on the tires. I ordered one of these, I resold one of these and some labor for some profit. Put the other one on my front door, and I ordered another one right here, and supposedly came in the mail, but the neighbor still hasn't brought it to me, so I don't know what happened to that. This belt I got to replace my belt that got damaged, trying to do a favor for someone, and it came in, and I set it down on my porch outside, and the vanilla envelope came. And 2 weeks later, when I went to go use the lawnmower and put this on, it was missing. Somebody apparently took it, or I put it somewhere and just completely forgot about it, even though I spent 2 hours looking for it before I went ahead and just ordered 2 more put one of them in under lock and key and put the other one right on the lawnmower. Anyway, I went ahead and got some of this insulated flexible duct for the furnace. I'm gonna run, you know, 2 lines under the sink, one going to the bedroom, one popping out in the bathroom. Have one shooting out sideways into the kitchen, and then have one running up behind the recliner or under the floor and popping out over by the big buddy heater on the front wall. But you see, 15 bucks got me 25 feet of that, which should be plenty to do what I'm gonna do. Anyway, this right here, I ended up only paying $32.99, 35 bucks after tax, because you know, these things run about $60 for the 20 amp 24 volt. Well, this is the 10 amp at 24 volt, this 20 amp is at 12 volt. And when and you look at them, they look almost identical, until I actually pulled it out of the box and put them side by side and said, oh, wait a minute. Anyway, I got a hold of them, they gave me 20 bucks back, and per watt, it's just as good or better of a deal than the $60 for the 410 watts or so I get out of the bigger chargers. That's why I went ahead and kept it, because it was still worth it to have the extra energy for the dollar. Plus, you know, I might be able to resell it. There's that right there, didn't pay too much for it. These, look at that, $1. This is actually metal. It's got an actual, you unscrew that and it's got a, about 6-inch hose that screws onto there, and then you screw the hose into your e-bike or, you know, your bike tire and pump it, and it actually works good. It works really good. It's got this thing that's strapped to your frame. Works. So only thing is, from this seller, I can only order 1 item every 10 days. So I ordered another one of these, and I wish I wouldn't have. I found a set of $15 or $20 e-bike lights that they had for $1, and I should have bought those, because after that pump came in and I decided to buy these e-bike lights, they went back up in price, and that's how I know they were way underpriced. But I missed out on that opportunity, so I went ahead and ordered that right there for $1 instead this time. And then in the next 10 days, I'll look and see what else they got for $1 to $5, and just every 10 days I'll go and buy something if they're that cheap. Anyway, yeah, there's that Movo mic I'm actually talking on right now. My neighbor wants me to buy him a cell phone and service so that he can, you know, have himself a separate private line in my name. And I've got him unlimited hotspot coming, so he can basically use it like I do and just have home internet and use his regular phone off of the hotspot, so that he can fix his bad reception problem. But anyway, right after deciding the A15 for $100, for a few dollars more, I ended up finding an open box A25, and the A25 has stereo speakers and a little bit better processor, camera, and screen, so it was worth the extra money. So this seller was happy to refund, or was willing to refund my money, since I caught it before the phone got shipped. Same with the case for it. And right here on my lawnmower, like I was saying in another video, I hadn't greased these up in a couple of years, and they ended up wearing out with these just wobble. I took them apart, cleaned them out, greased them to try to get what I can out of them. Maybe I can get a little sleeve to put in here to tighten mine up. Either way, 20 bucks for these. Came off a lawnmower that looks like it's, you know, almost a new lawnmower that got wrecked or something. I said, oh, you know, I'll go ahead and take those parts. Since I like this cordless mic so much, I went ahead and ordered one that's supposed to work in stereo, and I'll keep one portable. Guys, shut up! I'm trying to record. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so I'll have one basically for my computer, and I'll have one for my mobile setup for what I'm doing now, because you know, I've been wanting to call in on a lot of podcasts, but I just don't have a microphone at all for my computer whatsoever that was working. Once my little Logitech camera failed on top of my, you know, it never really worked good from the start. It only worked about 5 minutes and shut off. Well, now the microphone doesn't even work on it. It doesn't even show up anymore on USB. So anyway, there's the A25 I bought that for my friend, and the neighbor, he's the one with the RV lot. Anyway, one of his customers, or clients, whatever, customers, renters, got another roof problem. I fixed one, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, and another one showed up, and this time I realized I need to do this right. So I need to buy some putty sealant, and I need to go ahead and buy some of this stuff right here to put over it. You know, I watched a video, double check to make sure I got the right ideas on what I'm doing. The problem is all these roofs are starting to sag and stuff from taking too long to get to them and rotting. So I'm gonna start going from the inside and doing some reframing and then fixing the roof. But either way, instead of buying just a roll of this for like $7 or $10 to get by on this one job, I found this. If I bought this deal right here, is literally less than half price after tax to get these 4 rolls. So I stock up on it. So now somebody else calls me, and instead of having to wait a week for these parts to come in, I'll have 120 feet minus whatever I use on this job to do my own projects and to jump right on other projects. Same with this. I got hopefully at least enough, if not more than enough, to do this job. And as soon as I get more money on my card to start ordering more stuff online, I'll go ahead and either buy a big huge combo pack of this. You know, you can get this is about $11.50 a tube, $12 after tax. You know, you can get them down to $9 or $10 sometimes if you get them in big combo packs. Or they sell them in a bucket too. Might just get it in a bucket. Anyway, I got my buddy a real nice case for his phone, the closest thing to an auto box I could get, with a belt clip and a way for him to watch the phone. You know, like a little portable TV without holding it up. So I figured that was a good, best general purpose case I could get. Of course, some glass protectors. Stop it! Some glass protectors. But this right here, remember I was talking about my weed eater failing and everything? Oh, yeah, let me show you this real quick too. This right here is what I was talking about. See, this is basically the analog version and with 2 transmitters instead. So I should have me a really interesting wireless microphone and audio sending and receiving setup when I get finished. But this fella here offered me a good deal, $27.99 with $5 shipping, but he offered me 33% off, so I only ended up paying a little less than $25 after tax and shipping. So I went ahead and just jumped on that. But now I'll barely have enough money to get cell phone service started on my friend's new phone when he gets it, but I still got enough. But this right here, my weed eater failed. I had to finish it with my customer's gas weed eater, and I said, you know what? I want this weed eater, the brushless model. Well, I started looking and I noticed, wow, look at the handle on this thing. And 2 strings, brushless. Sure enough, this appears to be the top of the line model for cordless V20s. And the only Craftsman weed eater I saw that was any better than this was a V60, which is a whole new, you know, architecture that I'm not even willing to start getting into. But so I got top of the line. This thing here, you can get it on the low end for about $100. This blower appears to be the second to top of the line. There's one that does 410, that's supposedly a little better than this. This one does 375, and my original one that you saw in the other video I did that I've got sitting in my tool shed does 320, something like that, 325. Anyway, that one's a brushed one, doesn't get the best run time. This one's supposed to be the medium one, but this thing here doesn't go any less than $100, whereas the 410, the one that's supposedly better output, actually sells for about 80 to 90. I don't understand why. But the other thing I will say though is that I noticed is that this thing right here has this rubber thing over here, and the other one kind of sticks out over here with this thing, and it's kind of square over here. And I'm guessing that maybe this thing here actually is better, and the reason why the ratings are a little lower, or maybe because it's just, I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, this thing here is brushless, so it's supposed to run way better and a little better, faster than my current model. And so what I'll do with that is I'll probably take that one and hand it over to Danny with a couple of small batteries and a small charger So he'll have himself a blower to help maintain things. And then when I go across the bridge to do the job, I don't have to bring a blower with me. I'll already have one sitting over there when I get done with my new weed eater. Yeah, I can't wait to try this thing out. But the big deal is for the almost the same exact price as buying this right here on the low end, as you can see, I almost got that tossed in for free. And I bet for $11.69, because I asked him, I said, is this both tools? Because in the description it didn't say anything about the blower at all. I had to go look up all the stuff just by the picture to figure out exactly what I was getting, how much it was worth, to know that I was basically getting this at almost half price. I could probably have talked him down $10 and made this at 100 even, but I didn't. When he came back on the email and said, no, it's both tools, and I looked up and saw this is $100, that's $100 on the low end for each of them, I was like, so, so anyway, I got this solved and this upgraded, and I got something I can hand down to my friend or just keep a spare at my other job site. So if I don't have I couldn't do anything about it this weekend because, as you see, my trailer's sitting here because I didn't have finished. My lawnmower's over there. I have no way to get the blower back and forth. Anyway, all right, KK, I am getting so sick of you doing that. Please stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Good Lord almighty. All right. Anyway, I think that's gonna just about do it for this part of the video. Yep, that's it. All right. I just got my dual input wireless analog microphone input set up, and I got it all hooked up. I got my lapel mic on, and it's going to one of the transmitters, but it's not actually going to this anymore, which is going out to my monitor so I can actually hear what we're doing. This is actually going to this, which is going to that, which is going to that, which is going back to this. So now I can play this. And now I'm not hearing this except through my earbud monitor, but you're hearing this, and I can adjust this up and down, back down to background noise. And the awesome thing is I can plug this into a headphone jack as well, or use the Bluetooth, or plug the extra microphone in. And now I've got a little PA party system. How about that? And again, I'm not recording from the microphones on the phone right now. I'm actually recording from the digital hook input on the phone from the analog output going to this speaker. But if I want to, of course I can. Now we're actually hearing out of the speaker like everybody else would be hearing. And again, honestly, for only having a frequency range of, what do they say, 31 or 36 to 14 kilohertz, it really doesn't play music bad at all, at least on a Bluetooth speaker. I don't know how it's going to end up doing on a a big tall speaker, but not bad. Not bad at all. All right, that's not too terrible. Now, this is with the microphone instead of the Bluetooth adapter picking up in front of the speaker, trying to get rid of a little bit of echo. And I can always adjust the, music volume up and down. Unfortunately, I can't do them two separately. All right, J&K, see you next time. This video is filmed before a live studio audience. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you care to. I hope you enjoyed that video at least as much as I enjoy life to make it so far. And J&K, we got anything else to say today? Alright, stay tuned. I got more to come. See you next time. What an amazing world of opportunity this new microphone setup provides, and I'm just getting started. Please stay tuned because I've got more in store, including the videos of the front door, and eventually the back door, and extending the ends of the camper, and you know, so much more. Just who knows if it'll ever end. I hope it doesn't. Alright, I'm sure I've already said it once before, but see you next time.